Hello, today I'll explain how to play Touchdown. Touchdown is a game for children and adults 6 and up. It's for 2 to 4 players and it takes about 10 minutes. Inside the box, there are 4 touchdown tiles, 2 yellow and 2 blue. You'll also find 12 farm tiles, 8 cow tokens and 8 pig tokens. There are 4 of each color and the color corresponds with 1 touchdown tile each. Here is the first player marker, which you give to the first player who starts the game. And here is a turn marker, which you use for the 4-player game. To set up for the 2-player game, put the same colored touchdown tiles diagonally across each other, and then shuffle the farm tiles and place them randomly on the board 3 by 3. Like this. Remember, the tokens must always face the player. So, the pigs are facing the left player and the cows are facing the right player. To decide who goes first, the players will now play rock, paper, scissors, and the winner will take the first player marker. The main aim of the game is for the player to transfer all of their own tokens to the other player's tile. On each player's turn, they need to use 3 movement points. They can choose to move 1, 2, or 3 of the animals, one at a time. You can use 1 movement point by moving your animal into the next space. You can also use 1 movement point to leap over 1 animal. That is also 1 movement point. You can use 2 movement points by leaping over a fence, like this. Or you can use all 3 of your movement points by leaping over 2 fences, like this. There are 3 moves you cannot use for your movement points. 1, you cannot leap your animal over another animal and a fence at the same time. You cannot also leap over 2 animals at the same time. And finally, you cannot move diagonally. When the players use 3 movement points, it's the next player's turn. The aim of the game is to be the first to move all your own tokens. When you've moved all your tokens to the other player's tile, you have to shout touchdown. If the second player achieves the goal first, the game ends immediately and that player wins. But if the first player achieves the goal first, remember how many points they used and wait until the second player finishes their turn. If the second player does not complete their goal, the first player wins. If not, the player who used the least movement points wins the game. If it's a tie result, the second player wins. The player who wins at least 2 out of 3 games will be the final winner. Here is an example. Player 1 used 1 movement point, and then player 2 used 2. So, because player 1 used only 1 movement point, they are the winner. But if player 1 uses 2 movement point, 1, 2, and player 2 also uses 2 movement point, 1, 2, then player 2 is the winner. For the 4-player game, team members will have to use the same animals and sit on the same side for the game. Instead of a 3 by 3 grid, you'll use a 4 by 4 grid, with the same colors diagonal from each other. Here are some special rules for the 4-player game. The first player takes the first player marker and the turn marker. And after every turn, the turn marker is given in a zigzag style. This, then here. Because if you don't pass it zigzag way, you'll be passing it clockwise. If you go this way, you'll be passing to the same team. So you will have to pass it zigzag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. The game also ends when the same team's 8 animals reaches the other team's 8 spaces. If one member of a team moves their last animal into the goal, They can use the remaining of their movement points to move another member's animals on the grid. 1, 2. So if the team member has completed moving their tokens, they can use their own moves to move their teammates' tokens to quickly end the game. If your turn comes around again before the other team finishes their goal, you can use your own movement points to move your team members' animals, like this. This way you can quickly end the game. How to end the game is almost the same as a two-player game. If the second team reaches the goal first, a game finishes and they are the winner. If the first team reaches the goal first, record the number of movements they used and wait until the second team finishes. If that team does not reach the goal, the first team wins. If the second team also reaches the goal, calculate which team used less movement points and that team wins. If the same number of movement points are used, a second team wins. Remember, when you move all your tokens into place, you should always shout, "Touchdown!" I hope you found this video helpful. Enjoy the game and have fun!